and Encore are temporarily closing their doors. It happens March 17th at 6 p.m. This is due to the CV outbreak, and I can't say what it really is because YouTube demonetizes, deranks, and punishes channels for talking about current events that might be sensitive subjects. Like, share, subscribe this video if you want to stay up to date. I'm going to be bringing you the news as it happens, and I also do videos that aren't just about this, but this is what life is right now for everybody, so I thought I would bring you an unbiased perspective. Why is the Wynn closing? Why is the Encore closing? What's happening to the employees? Why are they doing this? What are the real possible reasons? And then you can tell me in the comments below what you think it really is. So, Newswire, that's my news thing. Wynn and Encore to temporarily close March 17th, 6 p.m. So let's look at it from this perspective. Why would they do this? Well, partially I'm sure they're doing it because they don't want to spread something. But if you think about a casino like a store that sells products, a casino sells experiences or services. Now, what services does the Wynn have left, or any casino operator anywhere in the world? We no longer have gaming. Well, we only have gaming. We no longer have sports bets. We don't have shows. We don't have nightclubs. We don't have the pools. We don't have spas. We don't have the gyms. We don't have anything so far except for gaming. So they're basically out of stock, if we're using an analogy that works for you. So Wynn and Encore were actually forced to close on the East Coast in Massachusetts. And I can't say that word right. It's the Canadian in me. I'm going to call it Mass from now on. But that wasn't a we're going to close because we can't do this stuff. That was we're going to close because the state told us that we're going to close. So they're doing the same thing here. The closure lasts for 2 weeks. During that time, they're going to pay their employees for those 2 weeks. Now, I say for those 2 weeks because we don't know how long they're going to continue to pay. Maybe this only lasts 2 weeks. Great. Everybody come back to work. How was your week off, Jim? Oh, it's great. How was your 2 weeks off, Bill? It was awesome. Hey, Sally, did you do anything cool? No, I stayed at home and I binged on Netflix because of, the thing that we can't say on YouTube. That thing. So 2 weeks of pay. Everybody gets to be at home. I'm wondering now, though, if the school's going to close. Honestly, 41% of people in the city are either employed directly or indirectly by the casino industry. And if these people are going to be at home, it makes it a lot easier for Clark County School District, like does all the schools here, to close the schools. But that's a different thing for a different video entirely. Now, with that closure, it means that other strip properties could do the same. But let's give some credit to the Wynn for paying their employees for the first 2 weeks. I don't know if they're going to pay them for the next two or the next two or the next two if it gets to that point. We might see, it might not, it might happen. I don't know. Meanwhile, MGM's over here just laying people off. Literally, pink slips. I don't know about that. The pink slips are what you used to get when you got a paper check at the end of the week and you were let go and there was a slip of pink paper. I'm really old and some of you are really young, and God bless the young. Because you can't get sick with CV. Okay, anyways, that's what that is. So they have no product, no services, right? No product. They close their doors. They're not making much money anyways, and there's not a lot of people coming into town. Perfect time to let everybody go home and just hide in their bunkers and make sure that we're okay. Now, it could also be that they don't want to have $1 million lawsuit. So let's talk about something called epidemiology for a minute. And epidemiology is basically the study of viruses. Now, if you got sick in Vegas and you went home to Massachusetts, Mass for short, for my Canadian tongue, they would ask you where you went. They would trace back your steps. They would say, oh, they got sick here at this property, most likely. What room did you stay in? Oh, room 26312. Let's go inspect the room. Oh, look, the room is filthy dirty. Just between you and me and nobody else, rooms in Vegas are generally not all that clean. Yeah, I hate to break it to you. These chamber people have this thing where they tear down the room in like 5 minutes. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me your room has been sparkling clean and none of you have experienced an ugly hair underneath your comforter, because I know people who have. So they say, oh, well, okay, yeah, you got the CV at this room. Boom, giant lawsuit. They want to avoid that. Their legal teams say, how much could we stand to lose if there was a lawsuit? How much could we stand to win if we stay open till the very end? Oh, we could lose that much and we'll only gain that much? All right, we're shutting her down. That's a possibility. I'm not saying that that's what happened. But back in the day, Joe Lieberman took the auto manufacturers to task. They found out that Ford was making a particular vehicle, I think it was the Pinto, that had a terrible problem. It would burst into flames if it was hit. And Ford decided not to repair it because it would cost less to pay out a settlement to a family than it would to recall all the vehicles. It's like that scene in Fight Club, you all know what I'm talking about, where Tyler Durden explains what he does. And that exists. It's called risk assessment and risk management. Okay, that's the video for now. What do you think? Do you want to be in the credits? You want your name in the stars there, boy? Come on there, son. Sally, Joe, put your name in the credits. I'm talking like an old-timey guy from the 30s for no reason in particular. We'll go to the Patreon, be in the credits. I'm going to start up my Vimeo stuff where I can talk about the seedy side of Las Vegas, the stuff that I can't talk about on YouTube because of content restrictions. I got to go. I promised my wife I'd help her clean the house. Are those not beautiful succulents? Tell my wife they're beautiful succulents. I got to leave this video. Credits roll in 3, 2, 1. Got to run.